With new beginnings come the closures of the old. The cogs in the wheel are turning. There's something really big taking place, and currently as I'm recording this, we're in the full moon energies as well. So it definitely feels like there's a release, but I don't think that it's like an obvious release that's being experienced by this particular energy that I'm picking up on. It's kind of like something brewing beneath the surface that's been there for a while. And it's time for, and you know, those closures, the endings that come with those new beginnings can be even a version of yourself. It can be a situation, environments, people around you, choices that you've been making. Oh my God, you saw that flip. The cogs in the wheel are turning the wheel. Confirmation. It feels, oh my God, the Empress at the bottom of the deck. It's like something's been, I keep hearing brewing for a while, and it's been beneath the surface. Yeah. I think it's a seed that was planted a long time ago, but in order for it to really come into full fruition, or at least begin to come into full fruition, that blossoming is what I'm hearing, right? Things need to change, adjustments need to be made. I'm also hearing, you know, remember to, with this Queen of Cups, wow, a lot of like divine feminine energies flowing around in the back, right? Remember to check which house in your birth chart Gemini sits in, with Uranus now in that sign. There's going to be a lot of shifts taking place for you within that. The Hierophant, it was in Taurus, the Hierophant. 144, I feel like this is just something that has not come easy, has taken a lot of hard work, dedication within. A lot of, like, you could call it spiritual work, you know, just that internal kind of cleansing of the system. The soul is, oh my God, I've heard the soul is coming alive. I mean, the soul's always alive, so you know what I mean? But I think that you're actually beginning to embody whatever it is that you're here to do. Yeah, there's been a lot of devil at the bottom of the deck there as well, the Knight of Wands. There's been a lot that had to be, I'm hearing cleanse, I'm hearing baptism specifically. Like, this is someone who genuinely has had a lot of obsessive tendencies, ways. Yeah. Whoever this is, they're very independent energy, or they're very single right now, but they have their eyes on someone. Okay, well, something, whatever this is cog that's turning. They know what they want. It's a bit of a celebration ahead that they're looking at, okay? And it could be a celebration that's coming, let's see. Ooh, okay. The Hermit as well, Virgo energies as well. So a lot of earthy energies coming through. They know what they want, but they're not, currently they haven't gone for it. Again, there's been a lot of adjustments. Let's see. I think someone's fearing something that might be in the background that they're not aware of. Maybe they're just making this up in their own mind. But look at this Fool, the leap of faith. They're going to take the leap of faith regardless. The cogs in this wheel are turning to such a point. There's no turning back. This is it. I'm here. It feels so profound, whatever's happening. Someone's truly had some kind of soul... I've heard a reckoning. My God, the moon at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, like the full moon energies currently. Or even just like that connection to the deep waters within. That's what I've heard, okay. So I think someone feels like they're mastering this new level within themselves to take this leap of faith. Okay, Ace of Wands, yeah. This is, I'm hearing a lot of passionate energy. 8 of Cups, yeah, they've had to walk away from this Knight of Wands energy that... You know, reckless behaviour. Specifically heard reckless behaviour there just then. Wow. Yeah, it's kind of like, I'm reading something now and it says attachments. Wow. Yeah, someone's had some really toxic, I've heard specifically that word, unhealthy attachments, truly. Oh my God. It's been to some kind of third party energy. Either this is something that had a hold on them or vice versa, but it's been taking a while for them to finally release themselves of whatever this is or this was. Okay, Temperance card as well, Sagittarius energy, or even just that time of the year. Their hearts have been blossoming, truly. It's almost like they've had to free their heart from wherever it was as well. but not so much like, not so much from the love of it, but more from the pain of it, if that makes sense, right? So just circulating in just whatever it was, they're finally ready to move forwards towards, I'm hearing, you know, that celebration energy that was coming through. Destiny is unfolding, truly. Yeah, this has been a while. Wow. 8 of Wands. I think when there's going to be communication here. When communication comes through, you're going to be like, whoa, whatever I just did there. This has been trickling, like, this has been truly on someone's mind, but their attention has been elsewhere because they've had to, I'm not entirely sure actually, they've just had attachments elsewhere, attachments that they themselves have not wanted to have, which is an interesting, because normally when you're attached, you know, it's because you're feeding your wound, circulating through that, you think that, you know, you're fulfilling something within, but this is just, by the looks of things, yeah, Page of Cups. Somebody was operating from that space and they ended up digging a hole for themselves, basically. Okay, so let's see what's coming moving forward as well, because it feels big. Okay, we've got the Queen of Cups. Yeah, they're definitely moving away from that. 10 of Swords has come out with the Knight of Wands and the Eight of Cups. So they're certainly moving away from all of that reckless behavior, the patterns that were just, oh God, it's just, there's been a lot of kind of, I think that they've really struggled with that sacral center. Okay, massively. They've not known how to tune it into their heart space. This is something they've been overcoming, but it hasn't come easy. I think they're very freshly coming out of whatever this darkness of the 10 of Swords was, but they're finally seeing this light, right? They're finally about to get up and, you know, go towards the light instead of just sitting in the pain of circulating the heavy emotion that they've just not been processing. They're understanding, they're overcoming this now, and this is why, whatever this is, it's been taking a while, because then this is something that once they've done this, they're not going back. Like, that's it. They're not going to just like move forwards and like maybe still have the past holding on to them, attached to them, you know, calling them back. No, when they're doing this in such a way that when it's done, that's it, that's done. That's done in the past. 2 of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Something's motivating somebody here. They know what they want, or at least they've been really guided towards this. I think that they might also be calling on some kind of higher level guidance, whether this is, I'm hearing like a mentor type of figure that's around them maybe. They've been having a lot of conversations, but this time with the right people or person specifically. It might just be that they're kind of learning from somebody as well, okay? They're really valuing healthy love. And that's not come easy for this person. They're understanding healthy love finally. They're wanting to receive that healthy love. Not attachment. I'm talking unconditional love, right? But they know the way they can do that is by embodying that themselves. Whatever they want it's not been spoken on. They know what they want to move forwards towards. And I do feel like they're getting a lot of intuitive downloads towards this, but also I think that somebody is receiving some kind of signs and intuitive downloads themselves about what is about to come into them. Keys are important here. Keys, okay, keys. I'm also seeing, you know, those like not those tents, you know, those like glamorous tents or whatever. I don't really know. I don't do the whole tent thing, so I'm not sure what they're called. But it's like glamping. Yeah, that's just come to me. Thank you. Yeah, that's it. Oh yeah, no, this is something they've had to really close out. They've been in indecision mode because I think that they've kind of blocked themselves off from whatever it is they want to move towards now, but also they've had to truly handle some kind of situation. I'm seeing divine justice, a karmic situation here. Whilst they've been doing that, the past has been on their mind, the 6 of Cups here, but they move towards that the karmic situation with a lot of kind of illusionary energies and tendencies and emotion. They've been receiving a lot of emotional lessons, truly, so that they're prepared for what it is that they want to move towards now. So they're more grounded with what they want to move towards because they have a lot of passion, truly. Oh my God, the 4 of Wands, just as I said that, they're grounded towards what they want to move towards. Yeah. Oh my God, the Strength card, Leo season. Oh, this is nice. This is really nice. But they're still, like I said, they're still closing out whatever that is, that Ten of Swords, that cycle. Remember, new beginnings and the endings can be happening simultaneously. I said this before, they're understanding this, okay? What they want, Ten of Cups at the bottom of the deck, is what they want to move towards is something that they are willing to put the work in towards, but it's also something, it could be this person that is has been putting a lot of work into themselves, into their kind of emotional maturity, their understanding, okay? I think someone who's more invested in knowing, that Four of Wands is like, that's sacred union energy, that's like stability, it's divine alignment, in a really positive kind of way. And that's what's really coming through with that wheel as well. And this still conflicts someone, whatever this is, 111, this still really does bring someone a lot of that reckless behavior, whatever that resulted in and whatever they've been involved in, it kind of creates this, like, I'm hearing like this just internal tug of war mentally. They're clearing through this, though. They're really understanding things differently as they spend time. They've been spending a lot of time alone, right? So when I say that, I mean, being single, learning how beautiful that can be, how much, without attachment. I think they want to move forwards and not be attached because they see the healthiness of not being attached. Now, they're better at that, right? The Empress again at the bottom of the deck. The Star card. Yeah. I think that what they want to move towards is a secret right now because they still want to focus on really healing to the point where they're matching what they want, right? They feel like they're ready to truly receive and give, right? Which is really interesting, okay? Yeah, there's still stuff under the surface, whether it's emotional, whatever, to do with this karmic situation, that they're, I think that it still enters their mind space. It does. And I think that they end up in overthinking, confusion. There's been a lack of communication here. There truly has. And this is what they're needing to, wanting to fix, okay? Let's just see. I think someone here thinks too much. They can, like, get their head in such a split. They spend so much time alone that their head just, like, enters, like, a whole new world. Things are happening in their mind that aren't even happening in reality. Attraction, romantic feelings. Okay. I'm hearing mutual attraction. Someone doesn't know how to speak on their feelings. I really don't here. This is what they're learning to do better. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. Okay. So they're wondering, will I be received in the same way towards what I want to move towards? But it's all going to be about, it doesn't matter what you look like. Someone can, and when I say, attraction, it matters. But what I'm saying is sometimes someone can have such a way about them, a character, a personality, that actually they just become so attractive to you because of the way that they're presenting themselves and, the way that they're choosing to embody their, like, integrity, their self-respect, just their character. Maybe they have, something you find attractive, humor maybe, whatever it is, that's specific to so many different people, right? So it's kind of like it's more than just what they look like. And I think before it hasn't really been that for them. Okay. So it's like digging beneath the surface, giving your relationship a chance, working on your partnership. Okay. This is what they want to do. I think this is why someone really is working on themselves. They want to, they want to be at a space where they're ready to work together as well. Is what I'm hearing towards whatever this is. Partnership also, for some reason, I've just heard something about even working, this moving forwards, not right now, but moving forwards, this could be something about working on business together as well, okay? Forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. Yeah, there's going to be... I think this is why their past, that karmic situation gets into their mind a lot. I think that they're still holding on to some kind, maybe it's resentment or just some kind of whatever they ended up feeling that, I think they invested emotionally into something that ended up just not being the best place to emotionally invest, right? And this is what they need to, we need to just take a moment. Separation just came out and reconciliation is at the bottom of the deck. So the forgiving and learning is going to be towards this. I think that they feel really cut off from whatever it is, and then past life relationship as well there, okay? I think they feel really cut off from whatever this energy is that they want to move towards, but they played a huge part in that reason. Like, there are strong boundaries in place right now from somebody. There is going to be some kind of, I'm hearing like a rebirth. Okay, release your ex. They 100% need to release that, whatever happened there, the emotions, the feelings, in order to truly, because don't forget, if you two are connected, the person you're moving towards is going to be able to feel that from you, that you're still, wherever it is that you're still holding on to or allowing into your energy field, wherever it is, even like if it's like actually physically, then that needs to be truly handled. It's safe for you to love. I think they didn't experience that, and that's exactly why it ruminates within them, and it prevents them from communicating. They get into their guarded energy, right? I mean, they don't know how to receive from a more mature emotional space, and also to give from that. And it's sad because I have a feeling that this is heart-to-heart conversations, and I have a feeling this is someone who has so much to give, but they're still stuck in some of these hurts right now. It still internally gets them, their mind space. Again, heart-to-heart conversation, this is what's going to be needed in order to regain this trust, regain a foundation where you can truly say, okay, you know what, this is how I feel. Because don't forget, romantic feelings that you have to honor your feelings are real. They're worthy of exploration, right? Pay attention to red flags. This is what I mean. Someone is still, unfortunately, there's still some kind of something they're healing through. I don't even think they're healing. I think they are. But I mean, I think they're still closing out within them. I think that it took a real toll on their headspace mentally. That's not something that's easy to get through. Your mental health is, freeing yourself. They are working on it. Deception. They've not been honest about it though. Yeah. And I think that they haven't experienced pure honesty either. So I don't think they know how to remove their masks, because when they do, they're in a vulnerable space, and when they have done that before, it's just ended up being wanted to come out hurt. Deception. Someone's definitely, they're holding on to this hurt of this deception, but also I think that they're still finding it difficult to remove these masks, to be honest, right? Passion, because I think that actually when they do, not only are they going to be vulnerable, I think that they're still unsure of how much strength they have within them to move forward. Don't forget that strength card came out. They know what they want. That's clear. Honeymoon, enjoying the time, bliss of holiday time together. So it might be that, you just spend some time, this is a one, to kind of restructure what your foundation is as you move towards what it is that you want, okay? Because it does feel like someone is still healing. However, there's something big about this. It's kind of like things are truly changing once somebody finally says yes to what they can see ahead and no longer betraying this, because I think that they even haven't forgiven themselves about how they treated, how they acted in the past. I think that's another thing. They need to forgive themselves. They know what they did, and it's been behind this, there's some things that they need to be honest about, okay? They weren't being truthful completely, and you can't go into something when there's half truths. You can't, because it's just going to fall to pieces eventually. It is, especially when you're moving towards an energy that has stability, is structured, wants that moving forward as well. You have to present with authenticity, transparency, and it's about understanding that this is a two-way thing, right? Listening, with the intention of being productive with that conversations. I'm hearing aligning with your intentions, getting on the same page so you can move forwards towards the same direction, right? Because there's something that happened in the past that has not been spoken on. It's like you've been healing in private by yourselves, but whatever it was, that's why these conversations are going to be so important to, again, rebuild that trust, or at least create the foundation where you can rebuild that trust, okay? You're going to need to really, both of you are going to need to release. Communication is key. Can't make it up. This isn't big. The way you communicate, clearly that's been a problem in the past because you haven't communicated with your honest feelings. It's been hidden behind the surface. You're wanting to move forwards towards wherever this is, but how can you have that true happiness and joy and fulfillment when you're not communicating correctly? And I think you both are recognizing this has been a huge barrier, okay? But there is communication coming 1,000%. Okay, work through your fears. It's going to bring up some stuff. It really is. Whatever happened in the past is going to be, you're going to feel it within you. Win-win outcome. Okay, new moon energies are important here. So again, it's all going to be about setting intentions, moving forwards. Don't let the past hold you back. It's what you're telling yourselves, how much you're repeating yourself. Don't forget, when something happens, it's the feeling that created within your cells, within your entire being, that you remember, right? Not consciously, I'm talking about behind the scenes. So when those even signs of the past come through again. That's what you're feeling. That's where those fears come through. So it's not the reality of the situation where you're in currently before you. Well, it's whatever it is that's stored in yourselves. That's where you have to do the rewriting the script, rewiring the brain, having the communication, so you can then know, this is where I am right now, this is my honesty. You know, is it just your own internal trust issues, or is it that you truly can't trust somebody? What is the situation? You have to get down and dig dirty, you know what I mean? A fiery climax approaches. And, you know, I think that's what you've been doing internally within yourselves, which is why this is now coming about, okay? Like I said, there's a lot of passion here, but it's like channeling that from the heart now. That's the difference. I think fiery climax, I think somebody truly is not wanting to repeat any of the past downfalls, is what I've heard there. Prosperity lies ahead, Taurus energy. Wow. Something is truly closing out right now. And it's going to take both of you to say yes to the new beginning. You are good enough, Virgo energy. It's time to release negativity. Big Scorpio energy is coming through. Yeah, you're good enough. You're good enough. Why do you keep repeating the past through your mind? Just because somebody else was acting from their wounds, and perhaps you were acting from your wounds at that time as well. You know, how much do you want to invest in your future now? Right? It's a very important question to ask yourself. The reckless behavior that was coming through happened in the past because you weren't seeing your worth. You were allowing this to unfold right before you and allowing yourself to invest in it more than you deserve to. Do you know what I mean? Your emotional investment. And now it's kind of like, as you've been healing through that, you've been understanding what it means to move forward in your own space, not being attached to anyone. There's this new way. You've got new boundaries, but you're also kind of you've been loving yourself so much better that you're trusting your emotions more. You know, you're understanding that, okay, there are fears that come through. There is that negativity that's attached. And whatever comes through with this communication, I'm going to be able to observe that, recognize that, not react impulsively with that reckless behavior. Or even if somebody else acts in reckless behavior, it's kind of like giving them space to like recognize what they're doing and hold back, you know, process it. Because when you come back together, maybe you will be reliving that energy, right? But this is where you get to change it now, okay? Ace of Pentacles, brand new beginning, doing things differently, you know, this is more stable. So you've got two aces now on the table as well, okay? So definitely new beginnings. And it all starts with this conversation, okay? That leap of faith that someone is taking. The Emperor. Death. This is who's going through the transformation right now. With the Queens on the table, this is who they want to move towards. You know, and this could just be you taking action to find that more of a grounded energy to be able to move forwards, right? Don't forget, Pentacles all about earthy vibes, grounded energies. The Emperor is more of that kind of Aries energy as well, so it's kind of like going for it, you know. Again, that independent energy is coming through. Nine of Cups. You know what your wishes are, and it's time to discuss these. You can see they're talking there. It's time to discuss these. So many conversations about to be aired that have been stuck in the back in the dark for ages. Got the Eight of Swords as well. Don't forget the Empress kept wanting to come through as well, right? So I think right now this is the focus for that divine masculine within. In order for the divine feminine to flourish moving forwards, it requires this work that's taking place internally, but also it's going to be an external job as well. Split to 10 of Cups. You know what? There's something beautiful here, but this I feel like this is just about coming together to heal through this new cycle. As you allow yourselves to process this healing cycle together, you'll really be able to move forwards to a healthier space, okay, within you and with each other. So be honest, okay? But again, you can do that from a loving space, just as you listen from a loving space as well, okay? You're going to be re-understanding your own boundaries as well and each other's, okay? You are good enough. I can feel that this is someone who's been so stuck in the past and in their head. Their head has been, I can't even explain this feeling. It's like so stuck. It's like a brick wall, you know, and it's like it's like a mental prison. And that's what they've been stuck in. So it's kind of like, this is why that leap of faith is being taken. But I think someone's not 100% confident in this, but they are gathering the strength of knowing that. I think they have some kind of faith in this connection. They're thinking about the, like, I think it's kind of, it's meant to be. That's all they keep telling themselves, it's meant to be. You know, prosperity lies ahead. You are good enough, right? So regardless of what happens moving forwards, it's all about these heart-to-heart conversations, and they're going to be freeing themselves from their own deceptive ways. I think maybe that they have been behind the scenes, you know, and it's time to kind of come forwards, right? I think there's going to be a really beautifully healing cycle that you're about to enter, okay? And that's just going to be the beginnings of what's coming after that. And that's going to be that prosperity that lies ahead, okay? Cycles are closing and beautiful heart-led new cycles are beginning, okay? The stability moving forward. There's also an energy of someone really needing to be mindful of the energy that they're moving into this new direction with. So they need to be more positive is what I'm getting. They need to be focused on being less attached to the past or even the outcome, and focusing on that the outcome is going to be positive for them regardless. And in terms of moving forwards and how to do this, there's this guidance. Pay attention. You might be getting kind of messages in your dreams, or just like signs around you. So be mindful of that, because actually there's going to be a new way for you to do this, not like the tried and tested ways of the past, okay? So that's something beautiful, because I feel like it's going to really be, even how you decide to move forwards together, it's going to be different to what you did in the past, both of you. And this, I mean like that, to find that alignment now, okay? Within yourself and with each other, okay? Let me know if this message was for you. Sending love.